Hey friends, Kelly Calabrese here with your intentionally fabulous tip of the day. Welcome. And today we're talking about the meaning that we give to words, events, things that happen in our lives. And so I wanted to talk to you specifically today about the meaning of divorce. So that's obviously a tragic event. There are terrible things that happen in the world. And whether you chose your divorce or your spouse chose your divorce, it's still an event that requires grief. It is painful. It is excruciatingly painful. There's obviously suffering, heartbreak, things that go on during that grief cycle. But it's like anything else that can happen in your life. You get to choose what you do with it. And I am not minimizing the pain at all. I understand it. The average is 2 to 5 years to heal from a divorce. And it's not just the time, you need to be intentionally working and focused on your healing. Things like forgiveness and where your identity is, and renewing your mind, and really understanding your purpose and loving yourself and gratitude. And all those things go into it. But in that process, and eventually when you get to a point where you feel like, okay, I'm ready to begin a new life as a single person, there are some good things about being single. So again, I'm not saying divorce is good, but we can change the past. And if it's already happened, or you're going down that path and you have done everything you can to make the marriage work and it's just not going to, then you need to say, okay, what do I do now? Here I am today. This is all I get. I decide the meaning that I'm going to give to being divorced. And yes, divorce has a stigma to it. And no, it's not as bad as it used to be years ago. But 54% of people are divorced. And there's a lot of things that may go along with that for you. You may see yourself as a failure. You may think you've destroyed your children's lives. You may think you'll never be in love again. You're going to be alone. But you get to decide. None of those things have to be true. In fact, you can give an entirely different meaning to the fact that you are divorced. One is that you can be happier. I'm just going to guess that if your marriage ended, you probably were not happy in your marriage. And if you were probably falsely happy, I would say. And now you have the opportunity to be happy because it is just you. This is an opportunity to reinvent yourself. So now you get to make all of the choices. You can decide about anything that you want to reinvent. It's also a great opportunity for you to really connect with your children. You'll have more one on one time with them. And again, not minimizing the difficulty for the children. We'll definitely talk about that on another episode, but it's a chance to really create your own culture, your own values, your own connection, new opportunities to have new memories, new traditions, and so on. You get to focus on your career. So whether you've been a stay-at-home mom or it's just a new opportunity to focus on what you love, what are the desires of your heart, and what did you really want to do that you're passionate about that now you have the opportunity to do. New hobbies. You're going to have extra time not being married. So it's an opportunity to pursue your passions. How exciting is that? Maybe something you've always wanted to do, haven't done in a while. Adventurous. Go out and do it. Speaking of adventure, it's a great time to travel. If it is just you, now's the time. When people are asked, if you just had 6 months to live, what would you do? They say, I would travel. If you won the lottery, what would you do? I would travel. So now you have the opportunity, go and travel. It's a great time to also look at your priorities. What's really important to you? Just because you've had certain habits or done certain things or lived in a certain place, what's important to you? You get to make the choices about your health, what you eat, when you exercise, and really everything. So you get to prioritize. You get to choose the movies you watch. It's a chance to become your best self. So a good time to really hold the mirror up and look at you and what is it that you love and want to develop even further? What are some habits maybe that it's time to eliminate? What are some things in your life that you can delegate? And also to be okay being alone, not lonely, but alone, to really get to know and like yourself in the stillness, in the quiet, in that time where you are just with yourself. Um, Most people, when they're alone, even on some of these shows like Alone and Survivor, when people are left alone, they go crazy because we're not used to being alone. the stillness and the quiet of it. We're just used to constant stimulation. So get okay in the stillness and being alone with yourself. It's also a great opportunity to hang out with friends, girls' trips, make new friends, meet new people, and people that are like minded, like spirited, people who are even on the next level to where you want to go. So, this is a great time for you to be a problem solver because maybe now you're living alone and you need to figure things out that maybe your husband did before. And it's also really a good time to just have calm, to have peace, to have joy. Again, you get to decide. Being divorced is also a great time to work on your faith. Miracles are happening all around us every day when you look for them, and faith, even as small as a mustard seed, can help you. So I hope you take this time to really get honest with yourself and look at what is good about this situation. You can't change it, you're already divorced. So, how can you wake up every day, count it all joy? Be thankful, be in gratitude, and find the best in it. And if you really are stuck in depression and grief and loneliness, I highly recommend that you consider a counselor, a wise friend, someone that you can share your thoughts and feelings with. And I'd also love to invite you to join my free community. It's private on Facebook called Intentionally Fabulous, and it's a place where women going through any stages of separation, divorce, post divorce can go and just talk about the hard things, share the wins, put stuff out there you'd like feedback on, and just encourage each other. So hope to see you back here tomorrow for our next Intentionally Fabulous tip of the day. Thanks, everyone. Have an awesome day.